Hi. So I know you guys know me, and I think you probably worked with a few of us, but I'm just gonna introduce our team as people trickle in. So we have Lucy, our wonderful team lead. Lucy, if there's anything you want to say, feel free.
I'll just
Um,
say hi, but you've got it, Kaya. And if anyone has questions at the end, we're all here for you.
yeah. And there's me, there's Berto, which I think a few of our wonderful agents on here have actually worked with in the past. Unfortunately, he's not feeling too well today, so he's not on our call. And then we have our newest influencer and community manager here, Emily, who you've probably seen her name, but now you can put faces to all of the names. Awesome. So we will just dive right in. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was just the similarities between a standard influencer campaign versus a campaign for live commerce. I would say the main similarities are the deliverables, right? So a couple of stories on Instagram, an in-feed, a reel, maybe a TikTok or a YouTube, depending on the type of campaign. But the main difference for live commerce is that actual live, the live stream itself. So essentially one cannot happen without the other. So the deliverables can't happen without the live, and the live cannot happen without the deliverables. And usually for a standard influencer marketing campaign, it's to post, to promote a new product launch, general brand awareness, or to promote top selling items. And sometimes those campaigns may be one-off, whereas for live commerce, and I'm sure for the ones that I've worked with, we try to create longer term partnerships. So we try to extend that to 3-4 months. So this is a way for the influencers to constantly generate an income, right? And then the other difference for live commerce is that post story. This is to really help boost revenue, which is super, super important, obviously, for the brand. But those are the main differences for an influencer campaign. So we'll move on. So live stream shopping is already a huge, huge thing in China. But by 2026, it's actually estimated in the US to be worth $68 billion. So by, joining the live stream shopping space now, your talent is actually going to be a pioneer in this space. They are going to be so well trained. They will already know how to maneuver it. So when this really booms and takes off, they will be considered experts. Influencers are already very skilled storytellers, and they're content creators, right? So this makes them the perfect partner for live stream shopping. They have the experience to really bring a product to life in ways that their audiences will genuinely engage with. They know their communities better than anybody else, so they know how to create content that's tailored for their communities. And so why influencer marketing for live commerce? So one thing that we've noticed at BuyWith is video content has greater engagement than really any forms of content. We're looking at, TikTok and things of that sort. So for BuyWith, one of the things we like to pride ourselves on is we give creators a lot of creative freedom when they create content. There's obviously a brief, there's guidelines, but they are able to really show their expertise through their content, which is a little bit different than some standard influencer marketing campaigns. Another thing is they're really able to connect with their audience in a more authentic way. So off of social media channels, off of TikTok and so on, they really get to have this more intimate one-on-one experience with their followers. They get to help style them, show them, their favorite recipe, show them how to, redo, an outdoor space, things of that sort. So it's way more intimate, and it really allows them to show themselves in a different light. So something else is that it's super easy to go live. So no one needs a studio. You don't need any sort of lighting, camera, anything like that. So it's a lot less lift than our competitors. So they could just pick up their phone, an iPad, computer, whatever they'd want, and just go live and have a really fun shopping experience with their followers. And then another thing that I always like to stress is that their communities get to shop, chat, have fun in a very safe environment. We actually had a creator tell us how happy he was after his live because he felt very safe, whereas he's had experiences in the past where he's gone live on, I think it was an Instagram or something of that sort, and there were some not so nice comments. And so I like to say that we really pride ourselves on our AI. It's very strict. No one is able to say any sort of bad words or phrases or anything like that. So it's always a very, very safe environment. And something that I always like to point out on our demo calls is that creators get to take accountability for their content. In a standard influencer campaign, they're not seeing the direct results that their content has on that brand. Whereas working in the live commerce space, they are, because there is a sign-up process and they're actually able to see their sales post live. So they get to see that the content they're creating, their creativity, how that helps turn those into signups, and how that in turn on the live turns into revenue. So they're really able to see the direct impact that that has. All right. So how can your talent join our Buy With community? I say this all the time, but we look at two main things. So one is an engagement rate of 4%. There are some instances we will dip below, but we're really looking for 4% or higher. We just want to make sure that the audience is very engaged with that influencer. And then we're looking at 1,000 plus link clicks consistently. So what that means is, and I've attached a screenshot, but we want to know how many people are actively clicking on links that influencer shares, whether that be a link tree, a beacons page, or just links on stories on Instagram. Those are really, really key for us, because then that shows us that people are genuinely interested in all of the links they're sharing, whether that's outfits, home decor, so on and so forth. And another thing we're looking at is we want creators who are very camera ready, they're not afraid of the camera, right? So we want people who are always showing themselves, they're always talking to the camera, because being a good live stream host is not just, being able to speak to, different clothing items or makeup, whatever it might be, but it's genuinely being comfortable in front of that camera and being able to talk to your audience and get them engaged. So that's something that we'll look at holistically. We'll look at an influencer's different social medias and see how many times they're showing their face, they're talking to their audience, they're engaging with their audience, because that's super important as well. So these are some of our engagement features that are really exciting. And there's actually a new one for some of the agents on here that haven't seen it, but it's this one in the middle. It is our full screen mode feature. So previously, we only had the option where an influencer was going live with the brand's website behind them. But now we actually also enable them that they can switch back and forth to just themselves as the background, or to having the brand's website in the back. We have tested this quite a lot in the past few weeks, and it works amazing. I've seen it in all different niches, so fashion, home decor, cooking. It really, really works well, and you get to really see the influencer on a bigger screen, which is great. I've already talked about the AI moderated chat, so we don't really need to go over that right now. And then polls, it's an engagement feature. So it really gets to tell the influencer, if they're showing beauty and fashion, what's working best. If everyone's loving maybe more beauty, they can stick towards the beauty sector. The quick buy is also very important. What this is it allows people to buy right then and there. And you can actually look at the picture in picture on that top right. Once someone clicks buy, it'll take them directly to whatever brand they're shopping on. They'll be able to check out with the brand, but still be watching the live. So that's wonderful. They're not going to be pulled out of it. They can buy. If they're there for a specific item, they can just buy it right then and there. So it's great. And then we have the product lineup bottom left. What that is that just populates every single thing the influencer is showing on the live. So in case someone joins late or they were there for something and they missed it, they don't actually have to stop the influencer while they're talking about something else. They can actually just go directly to that little t-shirt icon on the bottom right here, and it will show them all of the products that the creator has shown. So they don't need to interrupt or anything. And then multi-host. This is incredible if you have any talent that is either siblings, best friends, they work closely together, whatever that might be. We've seen that multi-host sessions actually have a crazy amount of engagement. And people really love to see when there's multiple people in the live, there's more repertoire between the two. There's a lot of excitement. So if you do have any talent that would like to go live together, we can always do a joint session. And then the bottom two are the audio effects and the stickers. Stickers are pretty self-explanatory. But the audio effects are really fun. If there's a giveaway and they want to do a drum roll, I will caution to say that both the trumpet and the drum roll are a bit loud and sometimes it scares some users, but it's really fun to use and it adds a little bit of drama. And now I'm going to show you the actual platform live. This was an incredible creator who went live with Ulta, and it was about gifting for different horoscopes. So show you that.
Maybe for your boss who's an Aries, because we all know Aries love to be the boss. This is something kind of like to remind them to take care of themselves. Simple, clean ingredients, nothing too complicated. And it's just so cute.
So this is the want button that audience members are able to actually click on, add items to their cart during the live, so they can just add it as they go on. But this is what we're talking about. With the talent needs to be very comfortable being able to talk to the camera, lead the way, talk about the products, why they love them, why they think other people would like them, and so on and so forth. All right.
Maybe for your boss who's an
Thank you so much. I'm open to any questions, comments. If you have any talent that you want to talk about, we can always take that offline, but short and sweet. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Kaya. That was great.